Do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late, they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. The men who wanted to be left alone. The most terrifying force of death comes from the hands of men who wanted to be left alone. They try so very hard to mind their own business and provide for themselves and those they love. They resist every impulse to fight back, knowing the forced and permanent change of life that will come from it. They know that the moment they fight back, their lives as they have lived them are over. The moment the men who wanted to be left alone are forced to fight back, it is a form of suicide. They are literally killing off who they used to be, which is why, when forced to take up violence, these men who wanted to be left alone fight with unholy vengeance against those who murdered their former lives. They fight with raw hate and a drive that cannot be fathomed by those who are merely play acting at politics and terror. True terror will arrive at these people's door, and they will cry, scream, and beg for mercy. But it will fall upon the deaf ears of the men who just wanted to be left alone. Vitae summa brevis, spemnos vita, inquer longa. They are not long, the weeping and the laughter, love and desire and hate. I think they have no portion in us after we pass the gate. They are not long, the days of wine and roses. Out of a misty dream, our path emerges for a while, then closes within a dream. Antigonish. Yesterday upon the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd go away. When I came home last night at 3, the man was waiting there for me. But when I looked around the hall, I couldn't see him there at all. Go away, don't you come back anymore. Go away, and please, don't slam the door. Last night I saw upon the stair a little man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. Oh, how I wish he'd go away. Casilda's Song. Along the shore, the cloud waves break. The twin suns sink behind the lake. The shadows lengthen in Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies. But stranger still is lost Carcosa. Songs that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king, must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung, as tears unshed shall dry and die in lost Carcosa. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Stay with me, Lord. Stay with me, Lord, for it is necessary to have you present, so that I do not forget you. You know how easily I abandon you. Stay with me, Lord, because I am weak, and I need your strength, that I may not fall so often. Stay with me, Lord, for you are my life, and without you, I am without fervor. Stay with me, Lord, for you are my light, and without you, I am in darkness. Stay with me, Lord, to show me your will. Stay with me, Lord, so that I hear your voice and follow you. Stay with me, Lord, for I desire to love you very much and always be in your company. Stay with me, Lord, if you wish me to be faithful to you. Stay with me, Lord, for as poor as my soul is, I want it to be a place of consolation for you, a nest of love.
Stay with me, Jesus, for it is getting late, and the day is coming to a close, and life passes, death, judgment, eternity approaches. It is necessary to renew my strength, so that I will not stop along the way, and for that, I need you. It is getting late, and death approaches. I fear the darkness, the temptations, the dryness, the cross, the sorrows. Oh, how I need you, my Jesus, in this night of exile. Stay with me tonight, Jesus, in life with all its dangers. I need you. Let me recognize you as your disciples did at the breaking of the bread, so that the Eucharistic communion be the light which disperses the darkness, the force which sustains me, the unique joy of my heart. Stay with me, Lord, because at the hour of my death, I want to remain united to you, if not by communion, at least by grace and love. Stay with me, Jesus. I do not ask for divine consolation, because I do not merit it, but the gift of your presence, oh yes, I ask this of you. Stay with me, Lord, for it is you alone I look for, your love, your grace, your will, your heart, your spirit, because I love you, and ask no other reward but to love you more and more. With a firm love, I will love you with all my heart while on earth, and continue to love you perfectly during all eternity. Amen.
Factory windows are always broken. Factory windows are always broken. Somebody's always throwing bricks. Somebody's always heaving cinders, playing ugly Yahoo tricks. Factory windows are always broken. Other windows are let alone. No one throws through the chapel window the bitter, snarling, derisive stone. Factory windows are always broken. Something or other is going wrong. Something is rotten, I think, in Denmark. End of factory window song. The dark hills. Dark hills at evening in the west, where sunset hovers like a sound of golden horns that sank to rest, old bones of warriors underground. Far now from all the bannered ways, where flash the legions of the sun, you fade, as if the last of days were fading, and all wars were done. Music I heard. Music I heard with you was more than music, and bread I broke with you was more than bread. Now that I am without you, all is desolate. All that was once so beautiful is dead. Your hands once touched this table and this silver, and I have seen your fingers hold this glass. These things do not remember you, beloved, and yet your touch upon them will not pass. For it was in my heart that you moved among them, and blessed them with your hands and with your eyes, and in my heart they will remember always. They knew you once, O beautiful and wise. One art. The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost, that their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day, accept the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster, places and names, and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last, or next to last, of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. I lost 2 cities, lovely ones, and vaster, some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I miss them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident the art of losing's not too hard to master, though it may look like riot, like disaster.
Motor cars, handlebars, bicycles for 2. Oh, broken-hearted Jew, oh, believe la da 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 da. Parachutes, army boots, sleeping bags for 2. Oh, sentimental jamboree, la da 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 da. Bye, bye, says the sign in the shop window. Why, says the junk in the yard. La da 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 da. Oh la da 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 da. Oh do 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 do. Ah do 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 la da la da da da. Candlesticks or building bricks, something old and new. Memories for you, oh and me. La da 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 da. Bye, bye, says the sign in the shop window. Why, says the junk in the yard. Oh la da 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 da. Oh la da dum 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 dum. Oh do 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 do. Oh do do do.
The road. There is a road that turning always cuts off the country of again. Archers stand there on every side, and as it runs, time's deer is slain, and lies where it has lain. That busy clock shows never an hour. All flies, and in all flight must tarry. The hunter shoots the empty air, far on before the quarry, which falls though nothing's there to parry. The lion couching in the center, with mountain head and sunset brow, rolls down the everlasting slope, bones picked an age ago, and the bones rise up and go. There the beginning finds the end, before beginning ever can be, and the great runner never leaves the starting and the finishing tree, the budding and the fading tree. There the ship sailing safe in harbor, long since in many a sea was drowned, the treasure burning in her hold, so near will never be found, sunk past all sound. There a man on a summer evening reclines at ease upon his tomb, and is his mortal effigy. And there within the womb, the cell of doom, the ancestral deed is thought and done, and in a million Edens fall, a million atoms drowned in darkness. For small is great, and great is small, and a blind seed all. The letters I have not sent. I have written them, keen and sarcastic and long, with righteously wrathful intent. Not a stroke undeserved, nor a censure too strong. And some, alas, some of them went. I have written them, challenging
eager to fight, all hot with a merited ire. And some of them chanced to be kept overnight, and mailed the next day in the fire. Ah, blessed the letters that happily go on errands of kindliness bent. But much of my peace and my fortune I owe to the letters I never have sent. Alone. From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still, from the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view. On death. Can death be sleep when life is but a dream, and scenes of bliss pass as a phantom by? The transient pleasures as a vision seen, and yet we think the greatest pains to die. How strange it is that man on earth should roam and lead a life of woe, but not forsake his rugged path, nor dare he view alone his future doom, which is but to awake. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow. And now I know, the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love. We wear the mask. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. This debt we pay to human guile. With torn and bleeding hearts we smile, and mouth with myriad subtleties. Why should the world be overwise in counting all our tears and sighs? Nay, let them only see us while we wear the mask. We smile, but
O great Christ, our cries to thee from tortured souls arise. We sing, but oh, the clay is vile beneath our feet, and long the mile. But let the world dream otherwise. We wear the mask.
I cultivate a white rose. I cultivate a white rose in June and January for the true friend who gives me his sincere hand, and for the cruel one who rips out the heart with which I live. I don't cultivate the thistle or the nettle. I cultivate the white rose. Tomorrow at dawn. Tomorrow at dawn. At the hour when the countryside widens, I will set out. You see, I know that you wait for me. I will go by the forest. I will go by the mountain. I can no longer remain far from you. I will walk with my eyes fixed on my thoughts, seeing nothing of outdoors, hearing no noise, alone, unknown, my back curved, my hands crossed, sorrowed, and the day for me will be as the night. I will not look at the gold of evening which falls, nor the distant sails going down towards Harfleur. And when I arrive, I will place on your tomb a bouquet of green holly and of flowering